Today I will be speaking with the life of a famous musician from my home state of West Virginia, Daniel Johnston. Daniel Johnston may well be the greatest songwriter you have never heard of. Hopefully, with this video, I can change that. To begin, I will discuss Daniel's early life. Daniel Johnston was born January 22nd, 1961 in Sacramento, California. After a few moves, Daniel's family settled in Chester, West Virginia, a small town in West Virginia's northern panhandle. Daniel would spend all of his formative years in Chester. As a child, Daniel was drawn to comic books. He was enamored by the extravagant tales of heroism in comics like Captain America and the Incredible Hulk. This love of comics would remain with Daniel for the remainder of his life and serve as a primary inspiration for his artistic style. He even began drawing his own comics from a young age and became known as a creative in his small town. As a teenager, Daniel was often lonely and was seen as an outsider. He spent much of his time in his parents' basement drawing and playing piano. After graduating high school, Johnston attended Kent State University in Ohio. It was there, while in college, that Daniel started writing songs, at first just to get the attention of girls he liked, but ultimately he became obsessed with the art of songwriting, and the passion soon overtook his life. So Daniel dropped out of Kent State and moved to Texas to live with family. Now I'll be discussing how Daniel rose to fame from humble beginnings. After moving to Texas, Daniel lived with a series of family members, but eventually settled in Austin, Texas, working at McDonald's. It was while working for the fast food giant that Daniel would receive his first glimpses of fame. Daniel would record his music he had created on cassette tapes and hand them out to customers at McDonald's. Notably, during this time, Daniel recorded many albums that would become classics in the world of outsider music, such as Hi, How Are You? This self-promotion began stirring up interest in Daniel, and he began playing gigs around Austin. Finally, Daniel received his big break when he would appear on The Cutting Edge, a TV show that covered regional music scenes on MTV. This appearance exposed a whole new audience to Daniel, and through this he would begin collaborating with other artists in the same music scene, such as the Sonic Youth, and he began growing his image. This climaxed when Kurt Cobain began frequently wearing a Hi, How Are You t-shirt to show his admiration for Daniel's music. This recognition catapulted Daniel into the spotlight of mainstream culture. Throughout his career, Daniel produced a vast catalog of work. He recorded over 20 studio albums, many of which he recorded start to finish entirely by himself. He's been covered by musicians such as Beck, Lana Del Rey, and Pearl Jam. Additionally, he has received widespread recognition as one of the greatest outsider musicians and songwriters of all time. His music is extremely unique and expressive. It covers topics like love, loneliness, perseverance, and what it means to be an artist, all the while exhibiting underlying themes of religion and mental illness. Also, his music is distinguishable for its lo-fi sound, direct and often odd lyrics, and haunting melodies. Daniel Johnston accomplished all of this despite battling mental illness for the majority of his life. Throughout the entirety of his life, Daniel was known for being mentally unstable, to a degree, but this problem would be heightened in severity when Daniel began experimenting with drugs while living in Austin, Texas. Daniel began having psychotic episodes and would often detach from reality. Some of the more severe of these episodes would result in an elderly lady jumping out of her window for fear of Daniel beating on her door, and Daniel turning off the engine of his father's plane and throwing the keys out of the window while airborne. Luckily, his father, an experienced pilot, was able to land the plane, saving both he and Daniel's life. Eventually, Daniel was diagnosed with bipolar depression and schizophrenia and spent many years in and out of mental institutions, all the while producing music. Mental illness is the primary reason Daniel never had sustained success with a major record label. Daniel eventually settled down, living with his parents in Texas while continuing creating music throughout the rest of his life. Daniel Johnston died of natural causes at his home on September 11, 2019. Nonetheless, Daniel's made a lasting impact on our world. His life has been documented in the award-winning documentary The Devil and Daniel Johnston, which helps shed light on his incredible story and is definitely worth a watch. Additionally, Daniel provided support and inspiration to the Hi, How Are You project, which aims to help remove stigma around mental health. Additionally, the city of Austin, Texas established January 22nd as Hi, How Are You Day to promote mental health support and awareness. In conclusion, Daniel's life work stands a testament to human creativity and our ability to triumph over mental illness. And he deserves to be in the discussion of famous West Virginians and amongst the greatest songwriters who have ever lived.